Welcome to a very hot news day. It's a hot day at PNS Studios. This is the first official beepity beep beep booper we have ever had on the news. Johnny Kelly. We have
Hello there.
Block Bones.
So
Wait,
true.
am I calling you Block Bones now?
Oh,
You can call me Block Bones or Virtual Flame. They're synonymous.
Virtual Bones.
Block Bones.
Virtual, but hey, Block Bones is the project we'll be talking about, but
Right.
I am Virtual Flame.
Right. Okay.
Of course. Well, welcome to the news. This is, of course, one of our pre-recorded CNFT news interviews. It's a new thing.
Season 2.
We're loving it, and
I'm very lucky.
it
I'm
allows
very lucky that it's pre-recorded.
Yeah. It allows us to get more interviews than we normally would be able to. We can kind of pack them all in, whereas people don't want to sit there and listen to interview after interview after interview in a row. So this is our solution.
Well, and it allows us to not have a 3 or 4 hour show because
That was a problem.
we were having like 2 guests every time,
3.5
and that was
hours.
two guests was too many
It's a lot.
for a show.
A lot. Yeah. So we're really excited to chat about Block Bones with Virtual Flame and Johnny Kelly. Thanks for joining us.
And cue like an applause sound right there, okay?
I
mean, we don't have Big Joe with the signboard right now,
That's
so
all done live.
You're hired,
So,
Flame.
There they go.
there it is. You have
Go for it, guy.
They were just a little late. They're still here. They're just drunk.
Oh, that crowd is crazy. Let's go.
Y'all getting spoiled by that soundboard on Twitter Spaces. I can tell.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
That's a nightmare.
I love it.
So I would love to hear a little bit about your project. You know, we like to start out with a basic overview for someone who has no idea what y'all are working on out there.
Great. And I'll try to keep it as organized as possible. My name's Virtual Flame. I come from VeChain. I operate on there, an NFT studio. We have about 6 projects under our umbrella at the current time of filming this. When Block Bones releases, we'll be at 7. So we've done a lot of VeChain stuff.
7, baby.
7, baby. Yeah, lucky number 7. So yeah, we're coming to Cardano. We have a big passion for spreading our wings. We don't want to lock ourselves into one blockchain. Our favorite blockchains are VeChain and Cardano, so it was just an easy choice to come on over to Cardano. We've also noticed a pretty big merger of communities. VeChain people and Cardano people are hanging out a lot in Twitter Spaces, and we really want to try to nurture that community as much as possible. So I'm Virtual Flame. I run Virtual Flame Studios, and we're going to be launching Block Bones here at the end of October. So we got about a month before. I brought Johnny with me as well. Johnny, if you want to introduce yourself, maybe give a little backstory to your villain story, perhaps.
VeChain vibes. Everybody,
I'm Johnny Kelly. I'm just vibing here, just vibing on the video. But yeah,
this is a whole new thing. No one's ever done this before. Video vibing.
Video vibing. It's a new trend. I don't know. It might get associated with something awful though. So let's not.
That's how those gestures.
You know how it works on the internet. People come up with things, but. Anyway, my name's Johnny Kelly. I've been around on Cardano Spaces for quite a while, since about back in January. I joined on the first Shillamania at the time when Charles Hoskinson suddenly turned up, and I was, what the hell's going on here? And it was a great baptism into Twitter Spaces. It was my first time joining.
That was your first Twitter Space?
Yeah.
Good one.
What a good yeah. Grand.
It's like, okay, I'm hanging around the Cardano community. I like these guys. I explicitly went looking for a stoners club. Like it's always a cool place to be. But yeah, talk about anything you want. Bit of plug there for Joe. But
right.
Yeah, and I sort of branched out from there, and I've been hanging around a lot of others Twitter Spaces, and then a CNFT news pops up in a lot of them as well, and we have chats and boop 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 occurs. But yeah. So yeah, and then I got brought on by Virtual Flame here to help him with the technical stuff to do with this project on Cardano, because they're coming over from VeChain and they needed someone. And I've been learning a bunch of stuff, so it's time for me to put that learning into action.
Heck
Legit.
yeah! And you even brought Flame in to Shillamania 9, and he competed. And I think that's pretty important, because if you're not afraid to get up there and show a piece of yourself, that's an important initiation into this community, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting I won my first rap battle on that show ever in
Nice.
all of life. So
You
pretty
deserve
monumentous day.
And,
I will.
that's
I-
a good
I-
thing.
In
Too.
order to avoid the complaint letters, I will point out that it was a controversial win, and that someone came up straight after and said that their vote was counted by Twitter wrong, and they won, and Flame won by 1 vote. However, someone else came up and said that they voted along party lines and voted for Cardano just because it was Cardano, and they actually thought that Flame did better. So we just swapped the votes, and he still wins by 1.
Still win. Controversy. We can put it behind us.
I think it's worth shouting out Cardano Stoners Club for hosting those awesome spaces. If you guys haven't checked them out, make sure you pull up. I think it's 9:20 my time every single night. So there's a lot of fun as well. Check those out.
You're lucky it's 9:20 your
It's
time.
midnight over here.
Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. for
Cat's
Johnny
midnight.
or
Oh,
something.
Johnny.
20 a.m. for me.
Johnny.
But yep, 4:20 UTC, either AM or PM, depending on when Joe is awake.
For that.
Yeah, that's all over
Well,
the place.
I'm glad you had a good debut, Flame.
It was a lot of fun. And yeah, just to touch on Johnny a little bit, I guess it's just serendipity at best. I was hanging out in a Twitter space. Johnny happened to be in there talking about how he was dabbling around with Cardano. And I was blown away by his passion and his transparency. So a lot of people you might come across, pretend to be building on Cardano. And Johnny really had a bunch of screenshots and was willing to talk technically with people. So as soon as I heard him, speaking so wisely about it, I was like, I got to get a hold of this guy. And he's been real receptive and supporting us. And we're launching a stake pool and launching a CNFT project. Oops, people don't like it when we throw the C on there. Cardano NFT project. And so, yeah, I'm really excited, really grateful to have Johnny supporting us through all this stuff.
Yeah, they've taken me on for both the stake pool setup and the running of the mint.
Great. Important stuff.
I really like that you prized wisdom and transparency. Those are things that I think should be leading us a lot more often, and that we should be looking for in the people that we are teaming up with. So,
But I just want to point out that I do not consider myself wise.
that's wise of you, but we all do.
So, okay, but Block Bones is a PFP project on Cardano.
Correct. Yeah. So we don't want to promise, the world. We don't want to promise we're going to bring Muhammad Ali back from the grave and do a partnership. We don't want to promise we're launching a game that'll compete with Halo and Destiny. We're simply a PFP project, definitely for a DGen play for the DGen mind. We just really think that we saw an opportunity for 8-bit art, which is almost lacking in the Cardano community. There's a lot of high quality artwork and I love it. But really, you have like Cardano bits, maybe like Cardano tails, and a couple of others here and there who all deserve honorable mentions. I don't want to forget them out of negativity. Yeah, exactly. We could sit here for another 10 minutes and name them all. But yeah, we saw an open market for that. We see the dynamic of the Cardano NFT community kind of changing right before our eyes, as far as, we don't need to promise the world to people, because sometimes that bores the shit out of people. Can we cuss on here? Bores the shit out of people.
Yeah,
so
get it.
We're taking the approach of the PFP. If you like the art, go ahead and mint it, rep it. I think our price reflects that. I think we're a pretty established team, and if anybody does their diligent research on us, they'll find out that we're reputable, that we execute, and we're good at what we do. So yeah, Block Bones is a PFP. Hopefully we can pop up some images during this. Maybe we can do that post-edit or something. I'll send you guys some clips. But yeah, we're going live on Monday on the 26th. So we're recording this on the 22nd, probably be posted on the 26th along with our public launch. So if you guys are hearing this, are seeing this, you are day one early. Make sure you join the Twitter, join the Discord, say what's up, be an OG.
Just to double check, you said you're going live on the 22nd. It's currently the 22nd. You mean October, right? You don't mean today.
This on the 22nd. That's
yeah. It's a pre-record for next month. I did not know the date it was going on. Sorry.
Isn't it for Monday?
It's Monday. I think it's the 26th.
This doesn't need to be in the final.
Sorry. Are we going live with the mint this month, like in the next few days?
No, we're going public with our.
Oh god! Because I was like, I gotta prepare. I'm gonna do that.
Johnny's gonna hop on
weekend.
He's got some work to do. Yeah, so we go we go public here in about 4 days, and then we will be minting in late October. So 28th will be whitelist, 29th will be public mint.
Yeah, I remembered this.
Just in time for Halloween.
Yeah,
You can leave this in. You can leave the confusion in. I was so worried I was going to have to do all the minting without any practice.
Yeah, let's go back and rewatch the look in Johnny's eyes right there when he.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely want to do that.
Before we continue, can I share some of the images that you sent over in Discord?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'll pop those up while you continue.
I want a rainbow skull boy, Blackbone.
And they're pretty rare. So we definitely took some pages out of the OG PFP collections. About 80% of them are white boned, and then the rare ones are the ones that I like to kind of tease people with. So we have a bunch of different attributes, each one hopefully helping someone identify or find their own DGen identity. Yeah, there we go. Lots of awesome different block bones. These are 16-bit style. There's going to be 6,969 lol. And the public price is going to be 15 ADA, which we feel like is pretty affordable in the build market that we're in. And then whitelist will be 10 ADA. Super easy to get whitelist. All you got to do is join our Discord, click the Block Bones channel, and register your wallet. Boom, you get an awesome roll, awesome little emoji next to your roll, and enter it on a CSV, which will be our whitelist.
So DGen identity, Degentity.
Degentity.
No, I don't know. That doesn't work. No, but I thought I had to try it.
DGen titty.
Let's go with that.
Somewhere.
I feel so happy that it says October there.
Yeah.
Sweet relief watching over in waves. That's gonna be amazing. I'm very glad it's in time for Halloween. I love to get it's my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. And
Mardi
our whole
Gras.
family loves
Yeah.
Halloween. Those things are spooky, and they're not, too gimmicky like jack-o'-lanterns or, have Halloween slapped all over them. We feel like those will be applicable to your PFP throughout the entirety of the year, but they are spooky enough that we wanted to land right around Halloween. So it's all intentional there.
Uh-oh. We lost the CNFT News logo. Let me fix it.
Oh yeah, we'll put it on.
Oh, did it? It's back. It's back.
We want to give you
Look at that.
20 points
There we
for
go.
doing that CNFT News background.
Yeah, and then not turning off the screensaver, which was a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
That's okay. We don't mind that.
Hopefully, I don't make those kind of rookie mistakes with the mint.
Early days before. By October 28th, you'll be all over it.
Ugh.
Everybody send prayers for Johnny. Okay, he's definitely doing a lot for us. So shout out to you, Johnny. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks,
I'll
man.
break out the bells.
If how much time is left in the interview?
About 15 or so.
All right. So you want to talk the technical stuff at all, like how it actually what runs in the back end?
I actually want to move. Speaking of technicals, I want to move a light.
Wow, so much freedom.
Yeah, you don't have to do it all live. You can run around.
Yeah. I mean, usually we just mess up all the time and it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But
No, it's fun. Like
it's nice to be able to be overt about it.
I think that's one of the nuances of your guys' show is how fun and nonchalant everything is. So keep it up, guys. I was watching like basically your whole catalog on the way up to this interview and hoping it could be half as good as them. So big shout out to all your previous guests and everyone watching as well. But yeah, Johnny, take us a little stroll through how we're going to make these NFTs come to life.
all right. So there's a decentralized application that has been released on Cardano called Minted with Lovelace, and I'm just going to share it here, the website for it. And it's the application that I'm going to be using to run this mint. It's currently in Alpha 9. There's a beta coming out very soon in public, and it has all of the kind of features that you would normally see on something like an NFT Maker Pro, but it's something that you can run as an application on your own node, on your own hardware. Anyone can run it. It's free to run. So that's something that I'm using to do this. I got into this a few months back whenever they were in their first alpha stages, and I invested in their decentralized community organization, Seat NFTs.
Cool.
So I've ended up with 14.5% of the voting rights.
Wow.
So that's been a fun journey. But yeah, so I decided to try and learn how this works and make sure to use it in a good way on Cardano and start offering services over time. So it does a lot of the things that you would normally see. It also integrates its own wallet, gives you full ownership of the keys. Very good thing for people running their own projects as well, if they want to figure it out. But yeah, so I'm going to be running test mints with this on the preview testnet. It has options to run testnet campaigns first just to make sure that they work properly. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And doing all of the different configurations, making sure the whitelist works, because we know that whitelist mistakes happen on Cardano from time to time. So I'm going to be doing making sure that the whitelist setup works the way it's supposed to on testnet. And I'm going to be testing the shit out of this to make sure I don't screw up on my first attempt. So yeah, it's going to be a fun month, and I'm glad I have that month. So that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
There you go. That's a little bit about
that's great. So have you done much on the technical side in the past? Like, what's your background there?
In terms of just infrastructure and sysops stuff, I've done things, yeah. So I've worked. Well, actually, I was a hell of a nerd growing up, and I just spent a heck of a lot of time in my own room working with networking and setting up domains for fun. I was part of the Microsoft DreamSpark program, if you remember that, going back in the day. DreamSpark allowed you to download all the different servers for free if you had an AC email address. It didn't matter what course you were doing. So I got everything, and I just installed things and learned how to do help stuff. So that's what my childhood was like, my adolescence. But yeah, and then I've been an admin, system admin for an estate agents locally here in Belfast in Northern Ireland. And then there was a 4-month stint where I was working to run the backup scheduling and server security management. You just making sure it all was monitored correctly. And there's a thing called Zabbix. Anyway, I'm going into detail, but the Zabbix monitoring software was installed in about 40 different servers, but from this local ISP that I worked for 4 months. And I had to set up a dashboard for them and show all of the stuff that was going on there. And then I got offered a job and then didn't take it, and then moved on to another job. So this is life. But yeah, so that's some of the technical stuff that I've done. And then with Cardano, because it is so open, because anyone can start something up, like I got really interested after finding a community that I enjoyed here to actually
lights you on fire about it.
Exactly, right. You want to be able to provide something as well. I'm not producing art. I'm not singing. I'm not producing wonderful
You're
things like
I was gonna say he does sing.
I mean,
good.
Okay, well, maybe I am singing, but I'm not selling that singing. Is
Okay. That's an important distinction.
So I thought I could transfer some of my technical skills and learn the infrastructure of Cardano. So I've been installing Node software, and then from there I set up my own testnet. Sorry, SPO. On the preview testnet, if anybody wants to go look at it on C Explorer, it's called INTR, INTR, or intertree pool, and you can see whether or not it performs well and whether or not I actually did a good job setting it up. it seems to be minting blocks, so that's a positive.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm transferring learning over to helping set up the what's the name of the pool going to be, or is that too alpha?
I think we're gonna name it VFS is the ticker, and Virtual Flame Studios is the actual stake pool name. So we want to stay true to our brand, our roots, and things like that.
That's cool. So it really is a cross-chain collaboration with an existing VeChain project then. So VeChain comes to Cardano.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's worth noting we're not leaving Cardano for VeChain for Cardano.
No.
We're going to be doing both consistently, and making sure all of our communities are taken care of, and their voices are heard. Things like that.
We're not leaving VeChain. It's okay. It's a cross-chain collaboration, not an exodus. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Well, so I'm using those skills I've learned for that to help out with the VFS SPO coming up in the coming months as well.
Sounds like you're on top.
That's the magic of Cardano. I'm finding the same thing. Just like you get to just try a bunch of new things, and then you find out other things that you're even better at, or that you find out what you don't want to do, or you just get an opportunity to try on different hats?
This is my baptism with fire, man. Like the flame is real here, because if I feel in what I'm trying to do, then that's me out of the game. so it's a good starting test to have such an established client, and it holds me to the fire, and I hope I live up to the requirements, boy.
You got this.
Yeah, you'll do all right. You got some plans. That's great. Okay, cool. So you got the technicals figured out. Why though? What, like, you talked about coming over to Cardano. Can you give us more about why you're coming over to Cardano, and also talk about this pool as well? Because I don't think we brought that up yet. Beyond just talk, briefly.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I go into why, I do want to give a big shout out to Johnny and just let everybody know he's been extremely easy to work with, super flexible on scheduling calls, curiosity. If I ask him, can we do this? He'll send me about 58 messages about, hey, I looked at all this. This is what we can do, but we can also do this if you want to save more money. And Johnny's just been a blessing, an excellent person to work with. And we don't have him under contract. So I just want to take a quick moment to say, if you or someone is starting up a project or needs support with stake pool or NFT, don't hesitate to reach out to Johnny. He's been an absolute pleasure to work with. So Johnny, I want to give you some flowers. You deserve it. And you'll hear me say that all the time. So Johnny, thank you very much.
I would just advise you not to say it until we're live on mainnet with working things. But yes, I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure to work with. You still deserve flowers just for not being an asshole.
That's true.
Yeah, hey.
Fair enough.
Non-assholes are hard to come by sometimes in Web3. So I am counting my stars here. So we know, like I said in the beginning, we noticed that this relationship is starting to cultivate between VeChain and Cardano NFT collectors alike. What we'd like to do is nurture and expand that. So we have a lot. VeChain is one of those things you don't have to sell to anybody. It's like you join a space, you don't have to explain what VeChain is. Basically, everybody has held it and sold it, or held it and still holds it in just some random wallet. We're here to kind of bring a little bit of visibility to the VeChain NFT community, a group of passionate people, and then at the exact same time, reach over to Cardano, reach over to these people that we see are degenerates, just like us on VeChain. We love collecting NFTs in the same style. So our real goal is to put out something on the Cardano community that the Cardano community can say is, hey, this is my DGenny NFT. They don't promise discounts and partnerships and all this stuff. It's literally just a DGen NFT play, and we hope that the Cardano community can take and run with that the same way that some of the criticisms we've received, which I'm a big Cardano guy, so I love hopping into space and talking technicals and just getting into the nitty and gritty. But let's be honest, some of these new people from other chains, Solana, Ethereum, coming over, they don't want to sit through and hear.
Oh, just as it was getting spicy.
Why this is so amazing. They want to come over and just see some awesome art and be able to ape into some stuff. So that's our main goal here, is to nurture that community, bring a bunch of VeChain wallets over to Cardano, grow these spaces even more, make even more noise for both chains and both NFT ecosystems. It's basically that simple, man. And we're just pretty pumped up to go live and see what the community can do with these NFTs and the community can do with this brand. Add a little bit more to that, what I'm going to be doing is going to summits and expos and things like that. So I've attended Consensus. I'm a KOL over at VeChain, which is a cringy term for key opinion leader. I host a lot of Twitter spaces. I host Twitter spaces on behalf of the VeChain Foundation every week. So I built up a decent reputation over there. You guys can go, ask anybody in any VeChain space about Virtual Flame or Virtual Flame Studios, and I hope that they would say nothing but good things. So what I'm going to be doing is going to Consensus. Unfortunately, I can't make CNFT Summit this year, but as soon as there's any type of Cardano event in the US, I'll be there representing Blockbone. So a lot of projects, I find founders seem to think that their job is over at Mintout. What differs with us in our studios, that's when our work begins. So the NFT collectors, your job is pretty much over at Mintout. Rep the PFP, tell people how badass it is. But our job really begins there. We want to grow the brand and grow the visibility to Blockbones in general, and maybe take this thing all the way to the top. So I'm a firm believer in imagination is your only limitation in Web3. And so we want to go through all the rings of fire, take our feet over all the beds of coal that we can, and really just bring this brand and bring this imagery to as many people as we can. Degen play 100%.
And this is coming from a Cardano Stoners Club Shillamania winner.
Yeah, don't forget that.
It's important to note.
From what I understood,
Resume.
now I wasn't there, but you did some raps, huh? You did a rap. Can you give us a little bit of that?
And it was in a style. Let me just tell you that my favorite part was, I love spontaneity. I love things to be unexpected, and it was just so unexpectedly so pure. And yeah, so I would, if you could sample any of that.
If we can get a taste.
Yeah, so I guess it's important to note that I like doing impersonations from time to time. So when I went on the Cardano space, I channeled my inner Hank Hill just like this, and I was rapping about, oh no, chill bears, not again. I'll shout out to Charles Hoskinson. So yeah, you guys can count on me to be funny, spontaneous. I sell VeChain and VeChain accessories. So yeah, guys.
It was so funny because Big Joe was like, he was like, I just got lost in a cartoon for the. I'm so high, I got lost in a cartoon for that whole rap. I thought I was listening to Hank Hill face off.
Yeah, the stoners were definitely caught off. But guys, listen, I just want to let you know, like, if you're interested in Block Bones, interested in our movement, you can find us on Twitter, Discord. We're going to have a website launched hopefully by the time that this episode airs, and everything should be easily accessible as far as information. The team itself is also easy to get a hold of, so reach out to us. Let us know if you want to be a mod or support the ecosystem in any way. We're really excited to launch. I want to give a big shout out to CNFT News. Thank you guys for taking the time to have me and Johnny on here. And Johnny, thank you. I don't know what time it is in Ireland, but I'm sure you're taking important time out of your day to be with us.
For months, man. It's a reasonable time. It's 7:20 p.m.
Oh,
but
nice.
Amazing.
I'm usually up at 5:20 a.m. for the Cardano Stoners.
But yeah, I just want to say big thank you, guys. Unfortunately, we had to push the interview back, which pushes me back. I'm picking up my little from school right now. But thank you guys so much for hosting us. And yeah, we're looking forward to going public, and we look forward to seeing all the Cardano community support us as much as they can. So yeah, thank you, and shout out to ADA community, man. We love it, and we want to be a part of it.
You heard it here first. Beep, 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 beep.
Mitt is going to be at the end of October, 15 ADA
God.
per bone.
Thank God it's the end of October. And right
October
now.
28th, is that right?
Yep, you got it. You got it perfectly right. Yeah, whitelist is going to be 10 ADA, and public will be 15 ADA. So guys, get some ADA, go crazy, show some support. We'd love to see it.
Hell yeah, can't wait for spooky season.
All right, awesome. Well, this has been a great time. Thank you all for coming. Very excited to put this one out, and yeah, I think we're gonna close it up here.
Do another news show.
That's right, because we have to go do the live news very shortly.
Well, maybe I'll pop in, maybe I won't. Turn up in the background, say hello, take guests. I don't know if that happens, but here, I just want to say this before you go.
Oh,
I get to see the CNFT news tie before the first time it's shown live. So
right.
we got the alpha right here, man. We got the alpha in this interview.
First reveal. And you know what? He never gets a new tie. He always has the same 2 or 3 ties. So this is a pretty important thing.
Yeah. I look forward to the live show and how people react. But this will be funny whenever you play this later. All right.
Love you, Johnny. I'm so glad I got to meet you in person. I didn't expect it at all, so it was even more magical.
The thing is, neither did I. I just got asked last minute. And I was like, okay, I'll come in. Sure, why not? It's fun.
Thank you so much for coming. And with the CNFT News, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Deadhorse.
I'm Virtual Flame.
I'm Johnny Kelly, intertree. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Thank you guys so much.